Hello, welcome to Maximize Your Time and Elevate Your Life, the weekly podcast that gives busy professionals practical tips to work smarter, not harder. I'm your host, Blinn Bates, and each week we're going to explore simple strategies to help you take control of your calendar and create more margin in your life. Because although time is finite, how you use it matters. Welcome back. Today I want to talk about email, and email being a thief of our time. It's a silent one, but it steals your attention, your focus, and your most productive hours if we let it. I'm not an anti-email person or anti-email running your day. I actually am probably an anti-email person, but that's a personal opinion, and I don't think that campaign is going anywhere. So I want to challenge us today to stop constantly checking our email and instead come up with a process for processing our email. I think email is something that has arguably accelerated the speed of our businesses more than anything probably in the last 2 to 3 decades. The only comparables I can think of would have been the advent of the fax machine and FedEx overnight delivery type services. But our email didn't just speed up our communication. I believe it also sped up our expectations for responses. So our clients, our colleagues, our customers now expect an almost immediate response when they send an email or receive an email and respond. And that expectation has created an environment where people check email compulsively. We always listen for that ding, want that hit of dopamine to see who has sent us an email. Email was created as a tool, but somewhere along the line, we have started working for our email. Most busy professionals are checking their email dozens, if not hundreds of times per day. Some check it every few minutes just to see what's the next thing that came in. Just take a quick look. And what this does is it breaks your concentration. The science on this, that I'm not going to get into too much, says that if we break our concentration from something, it takes us anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes to recover our focus on what we were working on when we switch our context. So 10 small checks of email can cost us hours of productivity time. Email does trigger emotions. It triggers anxiety, urgency, reactivity, things like that are typically not good for us. So instead of choosing our priorities proactively, we are letting other people choose them for us through our inbox. This is a to-do list that other people are creating for us. So we want to shift away from that. We don't want to just be checking our email, scanning it, reacting, jumping from message to message, leaving dozens of things open. This leads to unfinished tasks, rereading, redoing the same things over and over again, and never actually knowing what's important. We're living in total reactive mode. So we want to use email just like we used to use the mail. This was a visual someone gave me one time that was very powerful. And it was, if you walked out to the mailbox and you pulled your mail out and you sifted through it and you grabbed one piece of mail and walked back inside and did that over and over and over all day, people would think you were crazy. And that's what we do with our email. So instead of doing that, we want to process it. We want to set specific times each day, maybe 1 to 3 times a day, we're going to process our email. So when we do that, if it's 9 o'clock in the morning and we're going to process our emails, we're going to go through those and we're going to make decisions. We're going to delete them, delegate them, respond, or do them. And this type of processing is intentional. It's not emotional. It's returning that control back to us, and it stops the email from stealing our entire day. I mean, how many of us have come into the office, sat down, opened up our email Outlook account, and next thing we know, it's 6 o'clock at night and we're late for dinner. And we get home and we feel like we've accomplished absolutely nothing. That used to happen to me all the time. So I would encourage you to set up a simple system. Say, I'm going to check my email twice a day, 3 times a day at these set intervals. And what this is going to do for you is it's going to protect your most productive hours. and it's going to train others to expect when you're going to respond. Because when you immediately respond, you're setting the expectation for others of how you typically process your email, and that's immediate. You're going to shift from reacting to planning. And this isn't about being unavailable. This is about being intentional. This email is a tool. It is not your boss. It is not a command center. It is not urgent by default. And when you choose when you engage with it, the goal is not going to be to get rid of it, but it's going to be putting it in a category where it works for you. And when email starts running your day, you aren't running your day. So pick a couple times during the day, process your emails, turn off your notifications. That's a big one. And commit to not checking it in between those blocks. This will be difficult at first, but give it your best. You will get back some time in your day, and the more that you do this, I think you're going to want to do it more and more. So when you control your email, you're going to maximize your time, and when you maximize your time, you're going to elevate your life. Thanks for listening to Maximize Your Time, Elevate Your Life. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe and share it with someone who could use a little more time freedom. If you're ready to maximize your time, please navigate to our consulting page on my website, which is blinnbates.com, and submit the right fit evaluator to see if I can help you elevate your life. Remember, time is limited, but your potential isn't. I'll see you next week.